Hello to the students in the Preparing a Thesis class here at Regent University. I thought I would just stop by and remind you that I have developed actually a separate template for our last two assignments. You know, there's a general master's thesis template which the great folks in the dean's office have created for us, but I wanted to adapt them. So I have a template that is specifically for the master's thesis prospectus, and then one for chapter 1. And remember, the idea is that these prospectus templates give you the ability to just jump in and either compose within the template or cut and paste and then put it into the template as it is. Everything, the formatting is there, everything that you need is provided for you. In some cases, obviously, you know, where it says your name here, you need to put your name, that kind of thing. Abstract goes in its own page, and you will put the title of the thesis and then the abstract. Again, the formatting is there, so it's all capital letters, and you will just begin to compose. Now, one of the things you need to keep in mind is that if you compose in another document and then cut and paste, the default settings from your original document will also be cut and pasted into the template, which sometimes makes it look a little bit different. You know, a default setting in Word adds it's not really a space, but it adds 8 pixels probably, however that works, to the last line of each paragraph. So it looks like instead of having 2 spaces, you have 2.5. And so, you know, if that happens, you'll know why. I recommend, if at all possible, so you don't have to worry about going in and changing the default settings, that go ahead and compose inside of the template. So everything is there. Notice Roman numerals at the bottom center and in front matter, so you don't have to worry about changing that out. How am I going to get the page numbers to change? I need to put in a section break, etc., etc. Table of contents is there for you. Now, you remember, of course, that when you begin to work with the table of contents, you can actually go up to it and it says update table. So when you're done putting everything that you want and need to put in the document, you will just click update table and it will change the page numbers for you. And so you don't really have to do anything more than that. And then you will have all the sections, 3 sections, of course, in the prospectus. Section 1 is the introduction, and then you have the 5 elements. So statement, significance of the problem, scope and limits, thesis statement, definition of key terms, research plan and methods, overview of the chapters, which is just, you know, well, I explained that to you in my video announcement. Section 2 is the review of the literature. You will begin by just having kind of a quick introductory transitional statement, and then you will start with your lit review outline, and that will be the subheadings under section 2. So really the prospectus is structured as if it were a document with 3 chapters, only that we call them sections, and so it's all formatted, ready to go for you. You will include the headings then for the outline of your lit review. That will be the content. Section 3 is the working outline, of course, something unique to the prospectus. It will provide in narrative form, so it's not an actual outline. It will provide in narrative form one paragraph a description of each of your anticipated chapters, your master's thesis chapters. Starting, of course, with chapter 2. Chapter 1 is going to be an adaptation of your prospectus. And then you will have the bibliography heading at the top. And this will include all of the relevant resources that you accessed for your project so far. And then I've kind of added on, don't worry about these pages, I probably messed up the page numbers doing this, but I added on one for chapter 1. Chapter 1 is very similar, but it's different in terms of how it is organized. So you have chapter 1 overview of the study. And you don't have any sections this time. You just have one standalone chapter. And the order of the items is different. Of course, you don't have a working outline. You have the review of the literature in its own place, followed by the review of the chapters. Again, you see how that's organized in the table of contents. And so it's then structured for you. The chapter 1 is the chapter. You will have these sections: introduction, statement and significance, scope and limits, thesis statement, lit review, overview, and then a summary. And so it's just the opportunity that you will have to introduce to your appointed chair what it is you intend on doing in your master's thesis and then the bibliography. So if you will use the template, all of the formatting is there. The word defaults have been changed so that they work for Turabian, they work for these assignments. Hopefully it's going to save you a lot of grief. I'm absolutely confident that you're going to do very, very well, and I look forward to participating with you, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.